Okay, lesson 11. So that's 11 times $250, which is $2,750 so far. I'd say I'm probably a bit more than halfway through getting my license. It's a 600 horsepower Mack with a 40-foot trailer and an 18-speed Road Ranger. First of all, I'd like to thank my instructor for taking me on and teaching me with a heavy combination license. Changing gears was good today. I did a lot of driving around on the road. We went on a freeway and did a fair amount of driving, stopping and starting at traffic lights and roundabouts and whatnot. At first my gear changes were fairly good. I did get a little bit tired though, and I wasn't really driving the truck, you could say, as hard as I should, and I wasn't really changing gears at the right revs. But later on I just worked out for myself that I just needed to change up a little bit higher revs, and it was good. Changing down was a little bit of a challenge. I need to neutralise the gearbox, give it a rev, but a little bit slower, just keep it in neutral just a little bit longer before I rev and match the gears. But I think next week will be better with the gearbox. Today I did more reversing. I did fairly well. I did a long reverse, that's about 3 truck lengths, and I got a little bit out of line in the middle of the 3 truck lengths, but I corrected it, and I was back at the same distance out from the curb at the end of it, so it wasn't too bad. Just get a little bit out of sync sometimes reversing. It's sort of steering into you see the trailer appear on your left hand side, so you steer into it, and it's just when you straighten it up and just wait for it to correct that a bit of a challenge. Alright, so reversing, and backed into a side street. We backed into the side street around about 5 or 6 times. I'm doing what the instructor tells me to do. I'm going to suggest next time that I'll probably just take it on for myself and try and get the feel of it for myself. Might be a better learning process. When reversing, it's just sort of getting the truck positioned properly, and it's knowing when to jackknife it, push the trailer around, and then straighten up. That backing into a side street's all about. So time and practice, it'll come to me. I did stall once today. I didn't wait long enough for the brakes to release before letting the clutch out, and it stalled. So I just practiced. I was on a slight hill, and I just let the brakes off and let it roll back, and just judged how long it took for the brakes to release. So that was it's all experience. I thought the lesson went okay today. I was pretty happy with my driving and what I've learned so far, but I suppose what I'm really waiting for is that day when everything goes really smoothly, gear changes, and just to have a really good day out there with the lessons. I can't really say that that's happened yet, but I hope that the day will come. Maybe it'll be just a gradual learning process, but I'm just hoping for a really good day. It was fairly rainy today too, fairly slippery. Okay, so as I've said before, I just need to time the down changes so that I put the gearbox into neutral and just give it a rev and allow that rev to go through to the gearbox, and then put it into gear. There's a lot of talk out there about having to match the road speed to the engine revs and all the rest of it, but he did show me that it really doesn't matter what revs you're doing or what speed, you can make a gear change in a synchromesh gearbox. It doesn't have to be precise, and you can change from 5,000 revs, 1,000 revs and upwards. So this thought of a Road Ranger gearbox, it has to be exact, and you have to match your revs to your road speed. The driver, the instructor, got into the driver's seat and I was in the passenger seat, and he did demonstrate to me that you really can change gears at high or low revs at whatever speed you want. It will match. My instructor is instructing me to gear change without looking at the tacho or the speedometer, and just to do it by ear, and that's the best way. I mean, if you're not looking at while you're not looking at the tacho, you're looking at the road, which is safer. So I think in the long run it'll be a good skill to have. Today I was good with cornering, lane position, and planning was okay, so in that respect it was a good day. I've been having a lot of problems with technology just recently. I've been trying to get a job working for a place that has larger trucks than the place I'm working with at the moment. Now these people have been phoning me up. As I take my phone out of the holder, it hangs up. Just technological problems like that. Also, I brought a headset or earpiece, and I found that I could pair it up with the phone, but it would disconnect itself just for any reason, or the next day you can't pair it up. You got to speak hands-free. You can't use the phone while you're driving. We can get a fine. It's against the law. That's okay, but the technology to enable you not to use your phone or to hold your phone has to be available. I'm finding that I can't use my phone or hold my phone, and yet the headset doesn't work either. It's not reliable, and so I've actually got to return the headset I've got. Another thing, I've got a truck GPS, and it's not what I expected. It's not very good at rerouting. It seems to take you a long way back, in the opposite direction that you want to go. For instance, as you're driving along, a car GPS will sort of reroute you in the direction you're going, whereas this truck GPS seems to want you to go a certain way, and you can drive for miles and miles and it'll still tell you to go back to where the original route it had planned for you, instead of just sort of rerouting you across. Yeah, technology, I wish it was better.